Well, we make it hard now. One of our keys to victory was to thrash them in the third quarter because the third quarter has been our nemesis this year, and we certainly didn't do that, but we finished it off in the fourth quarter. Just so proud of our football team, our kids. They hung in there. It wasn't easy. We tried to make it hard, but they fought in there. We talked. The other key to victory was being able to run the football, and I think we proved we can do that. We need to continue to do that. You take it off of Ben DiNucci's shoulders. Ben had a heck of a game. Did some good things in his decision making in the run game. There's some big old plays in there. Darren Hall. You talk about a war daddy back. Can't say enough about him. Maddox with a big interception. Obviously that last interception by Whitehead was a big time play when they're moving it down the field. Just takes so many things. The field goal by Kesselman late. Being able to wipe off the first two, which were long ones to begin with. So we're not worried about that. Big third down stop by Salim Brightwell. Just a lot of plays out there. And again, we weren't as disciplined penalty-wise as we'd like to be, but we were able to get the win, and it feels good. I think our kids are having a good time in there, and they needed that. So I'm proud of them and happy for them.
A lot of things went into you guys struggling to run the ball, but today, was it a lot of things that went into it for you guys to have success when it comes to the line and Darren making some cuts that aren't easy to make?
Yeah, Darren made some plays, and the offensive line. I credit Brian O'Neill just for sticking together. He's really leading that offensive line, and talked about just wanting to run some certain plays, which we won't talk about, but it doesn't really matter what it is. But Brian spearheaded an attitude. Brian O'Neill, he's not a captain, but he's a big time leader in there. So I give him credit for just being vocal and speaking his mind and being a leader there.
Without getting into the specifics, were there different things you did in the running game?
We did a few different little things that we like to do, and we won't get into specifics, Chris.
Did you know Darren had that in him?
You know what? I got faith in all of them, guys. It's just he ended up being a hot guy today. I knew he had it in him. I got faith in our running backs, but we just got to get them in the right plays at times, and then we got to execute. But our offensive line came out with an attitude today. We challenged them during the week that we were going to do some of this and some of that, and they did it. And it starts with the faith and belief in what they wanted to do and what we did, and Darren Hall, ran his tail off, and that's if he's not the ACC Player of the Week on offense or the back of the week, I don't know what's going on.
Jester's 45-yard catch that set up the third touchdown. Were you surprised they called it and a catch and it stood up?
No, I'm not surprised at all. That's. The offense always gets when it's simultaneous like that. The offense always gets the ball. Period. It wasn't even a question. I was wondering what Cutcliffe was talking with over there. He's an offensive guy. He knows that. But I would argue too if I was him. Try to maybe swing the tide his way. But I don't even know if it was reviewable or not. But it was. And again, I didn't mention that. Jester Weah had two big-time catches in that drive, and those were two big-time, which we don't do that all the time. But, you got to make big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games, and he made two gigantic catches in one drive and sparked us.
How big of a step forward did Ben take in terms of the pre-snap, the run checks, that sort of thing?
Like I said, he's going to get better every week. It's never, and that's all we ask him to do. You can't be perfect the first game you start, down at Georgia Tech, and little by little, and he's competing, and he knows the heat's on him. That's a great thing. I know you guys, whine and wonder why, but you know what? When you know that the coaches don't hesitate to put somebody in there, it makes you go prepare harder. And like I told you Thursday, I think it was, he walked off the field, and I said, hey, when's Kenny getting in the game? He says he's not. That was his attitude, and that's what I want as a competitor. That it's not it's him putting in the game, not me. And that's the attitude he had, and I'm fired up for him. And he's just going to keep getting better.
Did you guys ask him to be a little conservative run ball? I hadn't seen him slide as much.
You know what? A little bit, man. When you get down to just two quarterbacks, it makes you a little tighter. But we wanted to get the first down, so I'm going to have a word with him. He's a tough son of a gun. Let's be smart here. When it's second down and 7, and you get 6.5, and we got to be hanging on a third down and short. We don't want that. So he's tough enough. We don't want him taking big-time hits. We're not running quarterback ISOs with him where he's getting hit. But, out in space there, he can slip and fall and dive and get the first down. Don't worry about – maybe it's my fault I'm trying to protect him. So I blame myself for that, and he won't be as conservative, I promise you that, the next game.
So not using Kenny, that was just sort of a matter of if Ben was doing enough for you. You thought he was playing well enough?
Yeah, I thought he was playing well enough. 0 turnovers. He did a good job with the ball and made good decisions. Threw a couple away. Wish he would have thrown one more away. I think we took a sack when we didn't want to. and he scrambled when he should. Maybe he could have had one or two in there. So he protected the football, made good decisions. I mean, there was no reason to. Are you from here? You know, we don't talk injuries in Pittsburgh, but he got hurt. So.
How did you feel like you guys in the secondary played without him, not just replacing him as a four-year starter, but also really your veteran leader back there?
You know, we played okay. I mean, you know, we gave up I think it's 2 weeks in a row we gave up a post when we got a post help. Jordan Whitehead's in the middle of the field one time when 3 caught that post. And I mean, if you said they're throwing a post, I'd say put him in man free. But he stuttered down on it. It was a little play action pass, and he broke up, and then he tried to bail. It's too late. And you can't do that. You know, you got to make sure a pass is not going yet. And so, you know, they got us on a tee shoot, which is, you know, structure, I call it. Really, we gave them 2 plays in the third quarter defensively that were really gimmies, made it close, I guess. But one was structure, a tee shoot when we blitzed the guy, and we really, usually, you know, we knew some things about what they did, and they did something that they hadn't shown.
Other than a couple big plays, how do you think you guys played defensively?
You know, the first half really good. I mean, you know, shoot with what was the score to half, 7, whatever, to 10. You know, played well at the half, and then the second half we're giving up some passing yardage. You know, Maddox goes down. We had some, you know, we got banged up. We got dehydrated. We had some guys cramping up out there. So we were okay, but we were down some guys. I mean, we walked into the game feeling really good about our depth in the secondary. We walk out of the game not going, you know, holy cow. So, you know, we got to count on some young guys right now.
Did you see something from Hall in practice this week? Just because I don't think he had more than 13 carries in a game this year.
Yeah. You know, he was a starter last week, and but no, it wasn't anything necessarily this week. It was just, you know, the last 2 weeks we felt like he's been hitting it up in there hard, and we gave him the opportunity. He ran with it.
Is it nice to see the atmosphere in that locker room after what has happened the last couple weeks, especially?
Yeah, Lance. There's no question about it. It was good to, have that celebration in there, put some smiles on our kids' face. It's not easy, you know. And our kids work so hard every day. You know, they don't try to do anything. You know, we still had details left on the field. I mean, I'll give you an example. Salim Brightwell before the half on a quarterback draw just runs the wrong path, and I love him to death, but he's giving me chest pains. And but this, you know, just a young guy in there looking at you like, I mean, he ran it right all week in practice, but he could have, you know, would have been a sack, and the quarterback runs and gets a first down. They end up, you know, missing a field goal where I think Bookshire got the block on the field goal before the half. But you know, just little things, and we'll continue to get better every week. I think. I mean, I don't think there's any question about that.
What's it about Darren that let him sort of stay with it? You know, he got passed by a younger player last year for a few more reps.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there was some opportunities where other guys got the chance and he didn't, but you know, he stuck with it, and now he got his opportunity.
You know, I think this is good for his confidence, number one. I mean, he's running hard lately, and, you know, I don't know what it is, but, you know, you talk about adversity, and he's been back and forth, and, you know, he's a kid that doesn't say anything. He's the nicest kid in the world, you know, Austintown Fitz, Youngstown boy, doesn't say a word, and just every day just goes out and works. You never have to, he's not a, you know, high-maintenance guy. He's a low-maintenance, as low as you get, and, you know, I couldn't be happier for a guy that just, you know, shuts his mouth, does his job, and when the opportunity arose, the last 2 weeks, he's had that opportunity to go out there and be the guy.